Hi everyone. Today I'm gonna make Ja Wai. It's called deep fried bread in English, and Ja Wai is very popular in the Southeast Asia and through Pacific Asia also. And so your ingredient that you're gonna need is Bot Banh Bao flour mix, and you can get these at any of the Asian grocery store. And then ammonia powder, and this is kind of a little harder to get. You have to go to Arabia food store to get them, and they're $2.59. The one that I found in Rochester here is that's pretty reasonable, and this is what make it chew, to make the flour chewy and crispy. And then you need it's called a rapid rise instant yeast, and this one you can get it in most of the American store, Cub Food, Hy-Vee, or Walmart. And so you need 1 pack of this, and then you need, and that should be about it. So I'm gonna get a measuring spoon here. Okay, so you need to cut it and put 2 bags of these flours. You can see here. And I'm gonna cut the other one. So you wanna get it all, 2 bags of flour all at once. Okay. As you can see here. And you wanna use a metal bowl so that way it doesn't break or sticky. Then what you're gonna do is cut the rapid self-rise yeast. So just gonna put it all in there, and then you're gonna mix it. I'm just gonna pour it like that. Then this is what you're gonna need to use is 1 tablespoon. As you can see here is 1 tablespoon, and you're gonna put 1 of them, the mini ammonia powder. So as you can see here, you're gonna pour that in here, and that's about it. Make sure it's a strong smell, so you wanna make sure you cover it right away. And then you're gonna get a spoon. So I'm using this plastic spoon here. Then you want to mix the powder, the yeast, and the ammonia powder really well before you add the water. So now you're going to add the water. Then you're going to pour it little by little. Just like that. Just pour it all in. Then you're going to mix it. You're going to need to wear a glove when you mix the dough together, else it's going to stick on your hands. So yes. Okay, continue to mix it. go into a bowl pretty soon. Once you get all the flour, then you're gonna put some vegetable oils that you're gonna need. You want that depend on which one you have at home. And you're gonna need 2. This is tablespoon. The other one is teaspoon. So you're gonna add 1 and 2. Just put it in there. Then you just squeeze the oil, the vegetable oil in there. And you're going to do this for 5 minutes. And as you can see, the dough is, and you want to keep in a warm place if you have one. So I'm covering it. Then I'm going to let this set for 20 minutes. So until it rise, and then we're going to repeat the concept again. So, okay, it's about more than 20 minutes. You can leave it for 20 minutes. The longer you leave it, the better it is. Usually the third time I would leave it 30 minutes, so that way it allows the yeast to really mix into the flour. And as you can see here, it's getting bigger. So the flour is very soft. Okay, and just gonna do this. Continue doing this for about 5 minutes. Then we're gonna cover it again. So, if you put the dough in somewhere nice and warm, the yeast will rise up faster. Right now it's pretty cold in Minnesota, and inside the house it's about normal temperatures. So you don't really need a pound on it or anything. Roll it into a ball again and cover it up like this. And then I have something to cover it like this, so that way it is nice and warm. Allow the dough to be nice and warm. So then you let it sit for another. Hello, and finally this is the 3rd time, and so as you can see here, the flour had rise up. So I'm going to knead it for this is the 3rd last time. As you can see, look at how the flour is rising really nicely. So I'm going to continue to do this again. So to allow the flour and the yeast to mix up really good. And once the yeast and the flour mix really good, when you fry it, it gets really fluffy and it is crunchy. So what I usually do in the last step is that I get a cutting board. So I'm going to divide this into 4. So this way when you roll it, this is the last piece. So I'm going to cut this to 4. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to put these in a Ziploc bag because you only can roll one of these at a time, and so it's not gonna, you don't want it to the yeast to die out. So what you do is put it in a Ziploc bag, and then you put. Yeah. Okay. My daughter just wanna watch. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that? Why?
Yeah, Ja Wai. Ja Wai?
Bowl? A
bowl. Bowl, yes. Papa put the Ja Wai in the bowl, and then Papa gonna cover it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ah. So you want to seal it tight, and then you just put it in here, and then you cover it, and then leave it for another 30 minutes. I know the processes take a long time, but just, you know, mixing it is really quick, and so I just let it sit like this for another. So this is my last time, the third time. And so this is how you would, before you fry it, you have to dip into, get a chopstick and dip into water, and then slide these water to each other like this, and then you lay on top of each other. So you lay on top of each other, and then you would pull it. So let me pause that I had done earlier, and I can just put in there, and you can see that it's, and then what you want to do is reduce the heat. This is just a test, so I'm going to take this out. So what you want to do when you have it already dip into water, so you want to pull it, stretch it, so that way the thinner it is, the better the dough will rise. But you don't want to pull it too hard, or else it tear it apart. Just pull it right, as you can see. Now I'm gonna that much, and then I'm gonna dump it in there, and then once it's in the fry, so you want to keep flipping it, because that's how the kwai will. You don't keep on flipping until it. I'll put too much pressure on here, that's why. When you're flipping it, don't make sure it's too, you don't want to push it too hard. This is what you get. You see how it's not fluff enough? But this is how you would fry your Ja Wai. So you're going to let it just continue until it gets nice and brown. And make sure you reduce the heat. If it's too hot, then what it does, it burns the flour, and then it doesn't get that nice red, crispy color. So this one was a little bit too hot, so I have brought it to about 2 right now. But usually I would leave it around 3 on my temperature. The dial here, about 3. So you keep on. So I'm going to do another one. Do the same thing. Is putting the water on it. Yep. And my daughter's been very helpful today. Okay. And as you can see, I don't you know, put chopstick or pressure on it. If you do that, then it doesn't really rise, that it doesn't really fry that nice. So I'm just gonna pull it, like as you can see here, and then I'm gonna drop it and let once it rise, just let it, and then you flip it. You continue flipping it. Flip it. Yeah. Sometimes when you stick too much, you want to separate the bread a little bit. Continue to flip this because you want it to cook evenly.
Yeah.
So let it rise first, and that's how you would make Ja Wai. So there you go.
Oh.
And this is a nice color. It's nice and crispy and fluffy. And I'm just going to let it sit here. And usually, since my frying pan is a little bit small, I'll do one at a time, because if I try to do more than one, it doesn't get fluffy or doesn't fry right, because then it doesn't, I don't have enough space to flip it. So I'm just going to keep letting this cook until it's nice and brown. Then you can leave it to let it cook for itself. And you don't want the heat to be too hot. If it's too hot, then it'll look like this, it's burnt. So you want to make the dial around 3. That's about perfect. After you put it on, it's very hollow inside. You see, nice and crunchy too. You want some, baby?
No.
No? Okay. So you can see it's really nice and crunchy. Well, that's how you make Ja Wai. Bye.